All right, my friend.
Hey, good to be back.
There's 86 days to Christmas and Hanukkah. Two things that after New Year's happen. We got to take the decorations down so the neighbors don't talk.
Yep.
And then we have to think about taxes. And that for a lot of us means we go through our paperwork and we decide we should not be holding on to our taxes from 1956.
Probably not.
And ripping them in half is not a really great idea.
Not so much.
So we need this Royal. You know, I learned to type, I think, on a Royal typewriter.
I'm not surprised.
119 years ago.
Yeah, that's how long they've been around. I know you were not around 119 years ago.
Almost.
39 years ago, maybe.
This is a 10-sheet micro-cut shredder, and it's on sale. And we'll deliver it to your house, which is nice. It's got a Black Friday sale price. I know you're going to go, did I fall asleep and somehow it's Black Friday? No, we decided we aren't going to wait. We aren't going to make you wait and worry about getting things. Get it now. Take advantage of the $14 savings. We'll do bill to ship to you. 5 easy pays at $14.98. And I love that you put the staples in that, because this is the new version where you don't have to worry about staples. You aren't going to ruin it. You don't have to put things in one at a time. And you can, even as we get to the end of the year, all those cards with that important information, whoop, right in there, and nobody will ever be able to figure it out.
You brought up a great thing, too. Signing up for that new insurance plan and you get that new card. So much information is on these cards. And think about this when you want to use a shredder, because we've been bringing Royal here for years to QVC. And people always ask, like, well, I don't know. Do I need to shred this? Do I need to shred that? If it's got your personal, your private, your medical, your financial information, why take the chance?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you don't want your entire neighborhood or worse know about it, just put it through the shredder. And what this shredder is, Pat, this is a micro cut shredder. So instead
what does that mean?
Well, instead of doing this move like you talked about,
Yeah.
all right, I just turned that into 2 pieces. Now it's into 4, and we can keep going. Well, an 8.5 by 11 strip of paper that goes through this Royal shredder, it's turned into over 1,100. Yeah, 1,100 plus little pieces. So good luck trying to put that back together again. So when you throw this at the curb, nobody's going to get your information again. That piece of paper's gone.
And it's got a nice large bin. You're going to have to plug it in. That's the only hard thing about this.
All you got to do.
And I think it's a nice size. Craig, there's only one color, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not so big because, you know, we're using this at home, or maybe you have a small business.
Yeah, it's a little under 16.5 inches high, so it's going to fit right next to your desk perfectly. You might want to tuck it up underneath. The bin just simply pops out, and I also like the fact that you have this little window here as well. So it does kind of look a little fun as you're putting pieces of paper in here and watching them get blasted. But more importantly, you can see exactly how the bin is starting to fill up.
Look.
Yeah, look at it. It
like
looks like
snowing.
You talked about the holiday season coming.
Yeah.
Yes, you can make your own snow if you want to. And just look at all those pieces of paper getting pulverized. That's the difference with micro cut.
And ours will come with that window?
Yeah, ours comes with the window, so you see what's going on.
Okay.
And this gives you an idea of what micro cut is all about. There's a lot of shredder companies out there that make the cheap shredder. You can pick it up online, you can pick it up at the store, and they call it cross-cut shredding. That's pretty good. I mean, that's better than tearing a piece of paper in half. But you could see with these longer strips of paper, you could still get a date of birth off of here. You could still get part of a social security number.
Shredded it.
And what the bad guys do out there, when they go dumpster diving, they're looking to put a couple pieces of a puzzle together and to get your identity. This is the difference with micro cut. You can see it right there in the green with the micro cut. Every page getting turned into over 1,100 pieces. That just means it's more difficult for the bad guys to try to put that back together again. They're going to open that up and they're going to say, oh, wait a second, this is micro cut. I'm not going to put an 1,100 piece puzzle together to try to get someone's social security number, to try to get someone's medical information. They're just going to move on to the next dumpster or the next bag of trash.
So think about it. All that stuff you get in the mail, all you have to do is have it plugged in, and walk over and just drop it right in, and it'll chew it up. That's the beauty of it. How many of you work from home? I do a lot of my work at home, and you know, I have to be responsible to the company, so I can't be just throwing that in my trash without destroying it so no one can read it.
And the thing is that what most of us do, Pat.
How about those checks now?
By the way, I get this all the time. When I get checks at home, you
Yeah.
sign the check, and I use the app from my bank.
Yeah.
And I, make sure the money's deposited. But after that, these are things that are sitting around that have names, addresses, oftentimes phone numbers, banking numbers, routing numbers, all of this information. Again, the bad guys are looking to put a puzzle together to try to steal people's identity, and we've seen it happen so many times. It hasn't happened to you. It's probably happened to somebody that you know, where all of a sudden they get the call from the credit card company going, wait a second, did you just order a credit card and buy 5 televisions in Phoenix, Arizona? No, of course I didn't. But that's because someone got your identity, and oftentimes that's what happens. They all of a sudden set up an account, buy a car, buy something expensive, and then all of a sudden people are calling you looking for the money.
And it's up to you then to figure it all out. So, you know, this is just another level of security for you. And think about all of the things that live on those pieces of paper that we just at random throw it out, or the mail that comes to you. This is the time of the year when we're getting those new cards for medical, or maybe you're getting a new credit card. You know, it's that time of the year where they're going to send you a new credit card, or the application. I love that it chews up your credit cards, your, you know, any of those kinds of plastic cards.
Yeah, look at the remains that you have right there. All that little shrapnel in the 3 3/4 gallon bin that you have right there. That's the micro cut difference. And again, this is great to put near your desk, or maybe tuck it under a counter somewhere in your kitchen area, wherever you're opening the mail. And the mail is a big one too. Most of us, we get it. We're running around, we're doing 3 things at once. Okay, I don't need this. And you tear it in half. This makes you feel good, I get it, but this does absolutely nothing to protect your identity whatsoever.
Tear it in half and then put it in here.
If you want to tear it in half, have a good time. But now you can see, we've been shredding throughout the course of this presentation. Just now, you're starting to see that window begin to get filled up with credit card after credit card, piece of paper after piece of paper. If you've got taxes that are older than 7 years in your house, they're doing absolutely nothing for you. Get rid of them. You don't need them after 7 years. Credit card statements, medical statements, this is a great way to get rid of it all.
Well, and a lot of communities have shredding events, but they don't, you know, I'll be honest, I've gone to a shredding event and then drove away and thought, I hope they're going to shred it because I'm trusting you as I drive away.
I've got better ways to spend my fall afternoons than sitting in line behind 6 other cars to shred my pieces of paper. You can do it at home, and you do it so easily with this shredder.
And then you'll do it more often. It's not like you'll wait like most of us do sometimes for that big shredding event. So 5 easy pays on this, less than $15 to get it home. You'll own it. It's yours. It'll work. Thank you, dude.
Always great to see you, Pat.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Likewise.
Always
How's
great
your
to
jump shot? Good?
It's awesome.
Awesome?
I'm always open, just so you know.
Okay. All right. Well, you're nice and tall. I'm sure you played
basketball. I got that going for me.
Yeah.